Hello again. I thought I'd let you have a quick look at my next helicopter project. This is my Vario EC 135 for petrol mechanics. I've been looking at the EC 135 for a few years now and always fancy getting one. And for one reason or another I never got around to getting one, but I thought, well, I'll bite the bullet, and I'll get the fuselage and get the mechanics, and basically everything I need for to get it airborne. Anyway, I've been looking at the extreme mechanics version of the EC 135, which I think was going to work out a bit cheaper than the petrol version, but I decided to go for the petrol version for a couple of reasons. Firstly, I always think it's a shame when you're watching scale helicopters flying around and you've got the trail of exhaust coming, the blue smoke coming out the back of the helicopter, and I think it spoils the effect. We spend a lot of time and effort building these fuselages up and adding scale bits and pieces and that, to make them look good and that, and then, in my opinion, the exhaust, the trail of exhaust smoke spoils them. So I thought, well, I'll go for the petrol version and I won't have that to worry about. One of the other reasons why I chose petrol was is the price of the glow fuel. I mean, I'm paying something like about 15-20 quid for a gallon of fuel, and I think that's just absolutely ridiculous for the price of fuel, when I could just go up to the garage with a fuel can, get a couple of quid's worth of petrol, and and just stick it in the EC 135 and fly around on that. And unfortunately as well, my local model shop is a few miles away from where I live, so whatever it costs us for to go and buy glow fuel, I've also got to pay for the petrol for to go up in the car to collect it in the first place. So there's a filling station just more or less up at the top of the street where I live, so I can just walk up to the garage and get the petrol for the helicopter. But anyway, that was the story behind getting the petrol mechanics anyway. As you can see, I haven't done anything really with the fuselage yet. I've only had it like a couple of weeks or something, so I need to get cracking with it anyway. You can see all the windows and doors ought to be cut out. The doors come separately with the EC 135, as they do with a lot of the Vario helicopters. So the doors can be made to open. I've got the hinges, to make the front doors open, and I need to order up a door sliding kit for the rear door. I'm only going to make this side rear door open. The reason being is that I just need access to the pull starter on the petrol engine, which will be in there. There is an electric starter version, I think, available for the engine that I'm going to use, but I've heard a few bad reports about it, so I think I'll just go with the pull starter for now and see how it goes. Anyway, a little bit more about the fuselage. When I unpacked the fuselage from the box, I was absolutely astounded at the size of the thing. It's really big. It's a lot bigger than what I thought it would be. When you see the pictures of them if you see them on videos or DVDs or anything like that, they don't look as big as what they do, sort of like looking at it like this. So I was really surprised. I was pleased as well, because I like really big scale helicopters. I think they look super in the air when when they're built up and that, and flying around. But as I say, I went for the petrol version. I'll let you have a look at some of the petrol mechanics that I've got here, just in case anyone might be thinking about going for the petrol version, just to give you a rough idea what comes in the kit. If we start here anyway, you get the woodwork here. This actually comes with the fuselage kit. So obviously all that has to be pressed out and glued together, for the mechanics to sit on. So if we come down to the mechanics set itself, what's included here is you get the 4-bladed rotor head. You don't get the rotor blades, you have to buy those separate. You can see the base plate here for the mechanics, and you can see the clutch there. The light's not very good at this end of the shed, but hopefully you'll be able to pick out what I'm showing you. Another thing that doesn't come with the kit is the Fenestron speed up gears. The tail rotor, the Fenestron tail rotor, has to run at a slightly higher RPM, to give you the control that you need. Moving down, there's some linkage rods here for the servos for your cyclic controls, and the throttle servo linkage rod is also included in the pack. We've got the side frames here. Again, you've got some angle cranks here for which you attach the ball links for the servos to operate the cyclic controls. We'll move up here. We've got the swash plate. You can see we've got the Fenestron tail rotor blades here, and the tail rotor gearbox casing here on one for each side rather. here is the Fenestrone tail rotor hub, and I think that's great. I think that's a lovely piece of engineering. That I can't wait to see that working. One other thing you don't get in the mechanics set is the main shaft. For some reason, you've got to buy the main shaft separate. I thought that would have been included in the kit, but it's not. So you have to get that separate. Got the fuel tank there. You can see the fuel tank with the fittings on the top. Just needs building up. That does come with the kit. Excluded from the kit is the petrol exhaust here, which this exhaust system is specifically designed for the engine and the EC135 fuselage, I believe. You can see the silencer body there. You can see the header pipe there at the top, which bolts on the engine, and you can see the engine itself here. Now I went for the Zenoa G240 engine. There was a guy selling these on eBay, brand new engines, and I think it's a slightly updated version of the Zenoa G230 engine. I think what they've done is they've stuck a couple of extra bolts on the cylinder head. I think it's now got 4 bolts instead of 2, which was on the G230, and I think they've made a slight modification to the carb or something. I think they've fitted an accelerator pump or something in the carb, which to be honest with you, I don't know anything about. This is the first time I've ever owned a petrol engined helicopter, so I'm really looking forward to getting cracking with it, and getting started with it. But just moving back to the fuselage, as I say, I've got, there's a lot of work to do. I've got quite a few scale bits and pieces in mind that I want to fit on the helicopter. I don't know if you can make it out up there. If I zoom in a little bit, I've got a searchlight, a landing light there, which will obviously, when I get the helicopter finished, it'll fit in the nose here, the nose of the helicopter. And I've got the Vario scale refueling valve, which will fit into here. As well as other bits and pieces. There's aerials to go up on top, more or less the same as what you do with any scale helicopter, really. So that's basically it for the fuselage. I'm hoping when I get it all finished, it's going to turn out looking something like this one here. This is our local air support unit helicopter, and that's the model of that. That's the helicopter that I'm going to base my model off. But once I get started with it, and get working on the fuselage, I'll come back with another video when I've got the say the doors and windows and vents and what have you cut out, and you can have a look at that and see what you think, and then I'll move on to the next stage. So thanks for watching anyway, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.